Yo, everybody. Everybody. Everybody is going to get a reality check today. A huge freaking reality check today here. So, I am going to spell this out, and this is probably going to get me canceled. I don't give a shit. I cursed up top. What are you going to do? But lately throughout this whole time and throughout these what's going on, not just in the world, but just like in not just the outer world, but the inner world, and especially with there was we need to just start to address how absolutely freaking pathetic men are becoming, and not just becoming, but you have been today. Now, I'm not taking the feminist side with the men ain't shit or the men ain't crap or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying here. What I am saying here is that we're living at a freaking time where everything is so freaking expensive. Everything is so freaking poisoned. Everything is so just uh absolutely no, this is not like a pro man thing, but I'm saying it's even destroying our men, our women, our culture. Nobody can afford anything. And the key reason is a bunch of weak men. Now, not just weak. We want to say weak men, but it's not weak men. It's predominantly broken homes, broken people, broken men, broken women, broken broken civilians internally create broken societies, and this is exactly what's going on here. This is exactly why so many people they promoted the ego to it's really funny and very moronic here. I love how they say, hey, this person's a narcissist and an egotist, and yet those people who love to point out uh the narcissism and egotism have no are the same ones who say there's nothing wrong with me. I'm fine, as they fucking have no friends. They're in their 30s and 40s, no work, everyone hates them. Everywhere they go, they turn all the everywhere they go, they turn all the this everywhere they go, they turn that setting into garbage, but it's not them. And we once upon a time had a we once upon a time had a period where unity yes, do I well, not unity, but I should say this, we had common causes, particularly religious causes, other causes. We had a common purpose, and then it, that after that was shattered in the 60s. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good things that did happen in the 60s that were good. great music, great things, but but what it first caused was the collapse of the family and the promotion of extreme dysfunction. Just because just I'm going on a tangent right now, but I have Ancient Ache here. I would like her to opinion on this, and then I'll even point out one thing that we'll watch a video about this. But yeah, welcome, Ancient. How's it going?
Hey, pretty good. How about you?
Going pretty well. I could
Good.
say. What is your take on my opener here on today's.
Yeah, I think yeah, I think the American dream is just broken now, and for a long time the idea was pretty clear. You work hard, you own a home, you raise a family, you move it economically, but what changed isn't just the values, it's the structure underneath it, and wages haven't kept up with housing, healthcare, education cost, and people are just doing everything right and they feel stuck, but also all of this stress that's on families is leading to broken families. Originally in the traditional family, there was the husband and he was the breadwinner, there was the wife and she took care of the home. And now with rising taxes and rising costs, just like in the 60s, it forced a lot of women back to work. And I'm not anti-feminist in any way, but I just kind of see my purpose as a woman. It's great to work. I work. I'm a full-time working single mother, but the traditional family is what human beings need. You need a husband and you need a wife to take care of the children, to multiply. And with all of this, the values and social norms changing, and it just causes so much dysfunction that now you've got entertainment, you've got debauchery, and people are going after what feels good, going after lust, greed, whatever makes them feel good, whatever comforts them, instead of trying to build up your family, because we need families to survive. We need communities.
Yes. So I th- I'm. Do you have a that is absolutely true. And is there a little four paws going? You get a little, but a little.
I hear my dog barking.
Yeah, I hear the dog barking.
Yeah, let me get her out.
Yeah, she's cute.
Yeah.
But and I would say that a lot of people want to blame it on the economy and blame it on the culture, but the thing is that what you said was very, very valid, and it we a lot we can say that it started a lot with this hedonistic mindset.
Mhm.
I believe that's what it started with. However, I don't know. We need to have a little bit of pleasure. Yes, I do believe that we do need some pleasure. Otherwise, we feel like there's no purpose in doing something
Mhm.
or pursuing something. There has to be a little bit of comfort, but I understand that it shouldn't be. They just took that those those traits and just ran with it, and then now people but my huge the the thing that I have with it, and I'm gonna show this, like, what they're doing not just our men, but our women is uh just they're making us content with what is going on and
Hmm.
shaming us into shaming us into basically what used to be a good life, but essentially becomes slavery because of the how should I say, the returns. Whatever we make, we just throw right back, and then essentially we're working for free. We're not working for free. They're paying us, but after taxes and everything, it all evens out. So you might as well just work for free, is what I'm saying.
Hmm.
And what I really freaking have to say, and the feminists are gonna love this, or at least the misandrist, but this is not a misandry channel. I don't want to hate. I don't hate men. I think men and women are very powerful and glorious when they're up to their full power. What I'm saying is because the men are protect and provide, they defend and they help help develop the family and the family growth ideally. But I understand there's and the women nurture and care for all that. But I understand how we do how I do understand one reason why feminism might have helped. It was to help compensate for those sorts of men, and I'm not blaming that. uh there are a bunch of unqualified guys out there, and you want, but what I'm really pissed off about is that our founding fathers, there was a tax on tea, and I think it was just like 1 or 2% by the government, and it was a whole war. Say, "You ain't taxing our our tea, you ain't taxing our basic, stuff." What I'm getting, what I'm, ultimately upset about is where is that spirit? Where is hey, because we have a bunch of people saying, "We need to tax these people and these other," it's like, where the heck are the people saying, "We need," no, where are the guys out saying, "This is bullshit," and saying, you because I understand what I'm upset about is, they say, "Oh, it's all nonsense. It's all in the matrix," and I just don't uh, don't want to participate because it doesn't a return. It's like, that the world is messed up. Why are you not getting up off your ass to fix it? Why aren't you yelling at these people and fighting, saying, "Hey, if you keep up with this, we're gonna have some problems." What do you think?
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, men need to step it up and instead of being complacent.
It will women, both women too. Again, I'm not a misandrist nor a misogynist, but the thing is that there is a phrase, yeah, hard times create strong men, good times create weak men create hard times. And I think men do need to step up. And it's like, I'm not talking about in the dating scene. Women today, in my opinion, or just people, I should say, are freaking delusional. They think that they deserve the creme de la creme. Men too. I'm not saying, and I'm saying, well, what have you done to build that as a man? You need to build things. the The problem is that you we're not men aren't building anymore. they don't even build culture because anymore, because one thing that I've realized is that not just men or women, but people are broken. A lot of people are freaking broken, and that hurts me.
Mhm.
And it's just a lot of people who are broken, but don't acknowledge that they're broken, or they sit, ad- or they find comfort in that broken. And when something is broken, it creates dysfunction. And then
Mhm.
when you have a dysfunctional family, it creates a dysfunctional neighborhood, and dysfunctional neighborhoods create dysfunctional nations.
Mhm.
So what's your input on that?
Yeah, well, I still think it starts with the top and ends with the bottom and then back up to the top. So, like the powers that be, the laws, a lot of men, want to, have a purpose. They work very hard to work up, and now it's just getting harder for men to work up. It's causing more stress on men. And then he comes home frustrated, and then the wife's having to carry a little bit more in the family. So, and then that just creates dysfunction there. So I'm looking at more of a family lens on this, but yeah, I really agree with what you're saying.
Now, I agree that it does start at the top, but this is one thing though. This is my argument. There is no top if there's no bottom. The
Yeah.
bottom is permitting this is my complaint.
Yeah, so it comes back to a form of democracy, the people being able to speak to the
Yes.
leaders, and then the leaders being able to. So it's all about communicating.
Yes.
Hmm. We're not voicing our opinions enough. We're letting these politicians, and we're not speaking out when something's wrong. Like we need to be calling our congressmen and our congresswomen. Like that's a start. As the layperson, the blue collars.
Yes. Yes, and, but I'm just I am, just it's just really unfathomable im to see that even people just advocate for laws that create even further dysfunction.
Exactly.
Like more tax these people. Well, we need to tax the rich, and we need and oh my god, I snapped at this kid, and it wasn't his fault. It was wasn't snapping at the kid. I was snapping at what he was standing for, and he was out lobbying. This was like 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. He There was a rent tax here in California that he was advocating. So they
What?
want to tax the renters.
After, like, they're already paying enough taxes.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, well, there's a rent tax. It's like, do you not understand that this is gonna create, homelessness, and California is number 1 in homelessness already, but it's the corporations. That's what you're saying? No, it's like,
No, it's the people.
no, it's the people being content with what the government is telling them to do, and instead of them saying, "Dude, what the fuck do you think you're doing? What do you
Mhm.
think you're doing? Where's our money going to? We are paying so much, we're doing so much here. Where's our return?" Back in the day, it made sense to pay taxes. You at least got a pension. You at least got Social Security, high-end Social Security, to the point where you could retire and stuff like that.
Mhm. The tax started during the Civil War. They needed money
Yep.
for the military, yeah. It hasn't stopped since.
No, and this was supposed to be a tax-free nation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, but it is. Now, let me tell you this. I don't mind a flat tax. Like if there's just a flat plain tax just for us, and that's just and that and it's like uh it doesn't tax our food or doesn't tax our this or whatever. It's just it not even our income. It's just, hey, pay this amount of money per month to the government. I'd be cool with
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah.
Hey, pay pay 2 grand to the government for because the taxes go to like maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, I'll do I can do a flat tax. I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll compromise. But if you're taxing me on my food, on the gas, on the rent, on the everything, it's like I need to know where that is going.
Mm-hmm.
Where is my money going to? It's not going back to me. That's for damn sure. We're highest tax, and these roads are not even getting paved and renewed. So I mean, like, and where I'm frustrated is like, where are the guys saying where the fuck I- what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah. And the thing that angered me is we had Doge to help us with that. And Doge got dismantled when right before we were finding out all of this information. And and I know people in Congress were trying to block some of that. And
Because
we
Congress,
needed that.
well, Congress is a lot of Congress people a lot of Congress people are behind the brains behind that. They want that to continue.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think they think the P-47? I'm gonna speak in code in some cases.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, in P-47, why they call him a dictator and he's this. He's not that to the people. He's that to them.
Mm-hmm.
He is a threat to their power. And why is it? Because it's not to the interests of the people. And now am I saying P-47 is placating towards the interest of the people? I can't say that for sure. It looks that way that because his first time around, things the pocketbooks were looking good. People's
Mm-hmm.
pocketbooks were healthy. Now people's pocketbooks are completely freaking dry.
Yeah, pre-pandemic, it was great. Even 2020 during the pandemic, I know, with furloughs and stuff, we were in those what do you call those stimulus? Those really helped people get through and people were thriving, even though we had the
Plandemic.
Yeah.
I'm calling it the plandemic. Yes, it was. Yeah, it was planned out. Don't anybody who watching this, don't give me that shit that it wasn't planned, it was some freak accident. No, these uh that 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 evil Italian doctor, I'm not going to say his name, starts with an F. Starts with ouch, it rhymes with ouchie. So it's like I don't understand. And what I'm yeah, again, I'm just surprised that not many people were like, especially guys were saying, "What the dude, no, you're not doing that shit. No, no, you don't do that." What is it with people being content with what the world does to them? That's
Yeah.
that's that's what I wanna know.
Well, I want to get deep into this propaganda in a lot of ways. And then you look at these media outlets being bought out and swaying one way or the other to get people to be hive minded and think a certain way.
You want to know what else I think it is?
Mhm.
That's a perfect segue into this, and we're gonna watch a video here. This puppy. This is I found out about this a while ago. This is about this channel. This channel's really, really delicious. It's called
Mhm.
the Evil Food Supply.
Oh.
So what or Evil Food Supply, not the evil. But yeah, let's get this here. It's the corporations, man. The corporations. Why are you yeah, and I'm not blaming the I'm not blame of course it is, but I mean, like, what I'm asking for is, like, the people who cry, moan, and complain about all this, why do they participate still I just get frustrated. Oh, I didn't put this onto the stage. Uh, is why it just I am surprised they cry, moan, and complain, but they don't do anything about it. Why is that? Do you have anything to say, Ancient?
Um, I don't know.
In an experiment with mice, those mice on a high soybean equivalent of fructose. The soybean oil
I don't know. Poison. Mind control?
consuming mice showed evidence of metabolic syndrome, a cluster of conditions that increase the risk of heart, stroke, and diabetes.
What was that?
I'm sorry. When I saw Fruit
What did
Delos and I saw
did you say something?
sugar and soy. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I just heard that you were saying something in the midst of the video.
Yeah, I was just thinking about, Fruit Delos, the soy and all of that and how it's emasculating men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soy is one of the rare foods that's actually attached to being a bitch. That's a pussy food. If you're a guy who's really into soy,
Right.
soy lowers your testosterone. It produces estrogen-like activity in the body, mimicking the effects of natural estrogen.
You can
have
grow
to-
titties off of soy?
Not quite, but it might feminize you.
I'm the edema building up in your lower leg.
Shut up.
Soy is in everything. It's in protein bars, chocolate, sports drinks, bread, cakes, crackers, infant formula.
Eat straight from the source, people. Eat straight from the
Mhm.
source, straight from the ground. You gotta go to your local butcher shop. This is disgusting.
Mhm.
Hamburger patties, french fries, chips, fried chicken fried in soybean oil, ice cream, margarine, cereal, canned soup, taco seasoning, salad dressings, gravy mix, bottled smoothies, candy, popcorn, mayonnaise, peanut butter, processed meals, and chewing gum. You can't go a single...
Now, again, this is allegedly happening. This is a
about-
conspiracy theory, right?
What about people who might be allergic to soy? This is not good.
No. No, there are actually that's a very valid point. I'm not allergic to soy, but after watching something like this, I'm not kidding. I got onto the keto diet and just to amp it up, to amp myself up and just get a little bit better. I started becoming a lot happier as a man. It increased my testosterone levels significantly. I was more I was a lot more active and ambitious, and I wasn't on the worst of diets, but I was eating products like this. Granted, I still bend the rules on a couple of things, but it's not I don't participate in any I don't I mean, like, I'll cheat here and there, don't get me wrong, but it's just I make sure to do to I just make sure to look in what I'm eating. I don't eat much. I just eat meat and potatoes for the most part. What about you? What do you what is your im input about this? And let me tell you
Yeah.
this. Um I think this is the shit. One of these shit. This is one of the how they're making men content. They're putting soy in everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. So how can a man be a man when he's forced to be a bitch?
Exactly.
All day without eating a little bit of soy. And that little bit of soy adds up over time.
This is why people are saying, "Oh, well, we need to the metro commies and to the champagne socialists of saying, we need to get keep corporations in check." Dude, with all due respect, your fucking government and the people that you're advocating for are permitting this.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you this. People want to say fascism is bad, but you need a little bit of fascism to make sure that to create legitimate checks and balances, in my opinion.
Yeah, there's not enough regulating in these bureaucracies like Department of Agriculture, the FDA. There needs to be better regulations and hold people accountable.
Well, unfortunately, I think it's a lot of politicians, and it's being argued that P47 is this, but a lot of politicians are bought off.
Mm-hmm.
They are, and they might start off a certain way, but then when it comes to shove, dude, this is why they are enforcing broken families and broken homes, and they're breaking men, because broken men and emasculated men create broken homes. This is the genesis of, "Oh, well, why is my husband, he beat me up, and this is it's the shit." I bet you anything, one of the things that it is, it's the shit that he's eating. You
Mm-hmm.
eat shit, I'm sorry to say, yes, you are gonna, not only does your testosterone collapse, but your family collapses, and then on top of that, the fucking society.
Our
Yep.
nation
They know, and these people know that. They know that this was decades planned.
It goes back to the quote, "You are what you eat."
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
has become dependent on it because it's not just in
Right now, I'm a Moscow Mule.
I got
Food.
smart water.
It's in everything around you, like soap, crayons, paint, pet food, printer ink, rubber, vitamins, and candles. There's a 99% chance you use something today made of soy. But why soy? Why else? It's ridiculously cheap. And over the years, the big food companies have quietly swapped natural, expensive ingredients for soy. Because why put all that hard work into
Okay,
feeding
let me
grass?
tell you this. Can I
Mhm.
announce this to the world? If grocery prices were the way they are right now, because they got rid of this shit, and and now they're putting more effort and product into the food to make it more natural, and everything is natural. If food prices went up a little bit because of this, because they were cleaning house, I would be on board with it. I wouldn't mind making a little, paying a little bit more for better. Not
Yeah, and I bet you. Oh, sorry. I bet people would actually feel better and not groan and moan as much.
Oh my God, this is the crux. It's the crux of why everybody is so tired. Why nobody fights. It's like, but well, I need to eat. Yeah, put in good food in your mouth. But good food is expensive. Dude, what are you talking about? A Big Mac is now just as much as getting a fucking steak.
Oh yeah.
What are you talking about? And you will get more freaking protein. What are you talking about? It's more eating healthier is more expensive. Dining out is more. It costs just about the same now.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, if you buy this stuff and you make it at home, you're actually, if you're not making, if you're not spending as much money, you're spending a little less. We used to go out. I remember as a kid, we used to go out because it was cheaper. Fast food was cheaper than dine-in food and making it at home.
There used to be the dollar menu, the value menu, all these different fast foods. Pizza Hut, Little Caesars doesn't even have $5 pizzas, nor does Subway have $5 footlongs anymore.
No, and I remember this. The Taco Bell used to have that $5 box. It turned into $7.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, that's not a significant jump. But it's, yeah.
Also Waffle Houses too. You could go after a football game in high school, you can go to Waffle House and spend less than $10. Now you're out of there with 20.
Yeah. I haven't been to a Waffle House. I'd love to go to a Waffle House.
Yeah, they're a staple in the East.
Hell, yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Was I in a Waffle House when I was in Indiana? I don't think so. I lived in Indiana for a couple of years.
Okay.
So, and I have family in Iowa, so I have some. So I have some Midwest farmer's blood in me.
Cows when you can dump some moldy soy into their trough. Why fry French fries in healthy fats like beef tallow when you can fry them in disgusting cancer-causing soybean oil for 1/10 of the price?
Oh my God, Ziz. Tell that to cancer patients. Cancer patients. Say that to cancer. Yeah, you want to know. I remember saying, oh, your cholesterol increases cancer or whatever the shit. That increases the risk of cancer. No, dude. No, it's this nonsense.
And why sell someone an actual real beef burger when you can sneak in some TVP, texturized soy protein, as a filler? Americans have been soyified, but eating beef patties with little soy filler, chugging 38 pounds of soybean oil a year, and growing up to higher rates of cancer, birth defects, and low testosterone in men.
Soy is one of the most heavily subsidized crops by the United States government, and it has estrogen-like effects on the human body. Too much soy leads to enlargement of breast tissue in men, water retention, female pattern fat deposition, and mood swings. This is according to studies.
I wonder why your former you told me about your former partner. I wonder why he is the way he is.
Yeah, he was morbidly obese. Now, I'm going to add a point about myself. Now, this makes a whole lot of sense about it affecting women. I'm a survivor of polycystic ovarian syndrome, which a lot of this food that we're consuming as women are causing insulin resistance. So you talk about like the different carbs and grains that we're consuming on a normal. Well, it elevates our insulin and our glucose. It can't keep up. So we produce more insulin, and that in turn creates infertility, creates cysts in your ovaries. Also, the food that we're eating causes endometriosis. I know Steve Irwin's daughter, Bindi, she recently had severe endometriosis. So there's a lot there is a huge influx of women being diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome and endometriosis and other uterine cancers. Like there's a big rise in that, and it all boils down to this type of food they're feeding us.
Mm. Oh, I freaking I just saw Celeste comment. I mean, like I hate how the fact I can't really see the chat from this. Oh my god! And she said the previous secretary. I apologize. The previous secretary, Janky, even slipped the pen. Oh yeah. But hey, by the way, JG, you're welcome to hop on and give us your 2 cents about all this. We welcome it. Okay.
That is a found that soy isoflavones heighten antisocial behavior in monkeys and appear to feminize male animals in animal studies. So again, we've seen this in animal studies, the negative effects of soy and how it causes them to have more feminine-like qualities. That's not a good thing because it also decreases their lifespan.
Defund the fucking NIH, motherfuckers. Defund
Yes.
the NIH. Defund the fucking NIH, you pieces of fucking shit. Yeah, it's like this is I gotta say one thing. Well, the system's broken. Why do dude? No. This is why I'm saying. This is why I brought up how they constantly say the system's broken, because the family and the men are broken. And they're two, and this is why. This is how they created broken men. Well, one of the ways. Not the. This isn't the only way. This is the food supply is exactly why a lot of men and women are not dealing with each other correctly, because this is mind control. This really is. Your
Yes.
mind control through your fucking foods.
Humans were never meant to eat this much soy, especially not this much genetically modified soy that is soaked in pesticides. And yet, Big Food found a way to stuff it into every single one of our meals, with some people even getting fooled by Big Food into basing their entire diet around soy, around a cheap commodity grain that was barely meant to be eaten in the first place.
Barely to be eaten.
Welcome to Evil Food Supply, and this is why soy is in everything.
Playing on iPhone? Now you can play Unlocked on PC with Google Play Games. Unlock bigger screens.
Soy boy.
If Big Food dumps cheap, synthetic junk like soy into your food, imagine what they're slipping into your dog's kibble. Soy fillers, synthetic vitamins, fake meat flavor, artificial preservatives. The cheap stuff they put into your dog's kibble should be criminal.
Oh my god. Can I tell you something? I remember this. And this is why I'm saying that this is freaking animal abuse. I'm gonna tell a little story. JG, JG in the chat here. I went to help her out with take her dog to the vet, and at the end of it was just like a checkup or something. I forgot exactly what it was, And then at the end of and it was up in Oakland, and at the end they were saying they were trying to prescribe her and her dog vegan kibble, like soy kibble. And I said, no, I don't think he's good. That's good for the dog. Yeah, and I was just insistent. I was just like, no, we're good. And she got really offended. She's still trying to make the pitch. And I said, no, we're good. We're fine. We're okay. Oh my God. No, they're really trying to, this is why I'm really pissed off about men these days being like, what the fuck is going on here? Not just what the fuck is going on here, but like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing to my kids? What do you think you're doing to my significant other? What do you think you're doing to my pet? It's like, well, they know better than me. They're a doctor. I should listen to my doctor. Your doctor is purposely attempting to kill you.
Yeah, we're given brains for a reason. We're supposed to think for ourselves.
I got a doctor's appointment. These scholars are smarter than I am. Shut the fuck up. Or maybe you're right, because you're too fucking retarded to do anything about it. You fat son of a bitch. And it's like, you know what? Like, I love and say, oh, how welcoming and truthful and kumbaya you are. No, I'm not kumbaya when it comes to weak men. Weak men create hard times, and neither should you be kumbaya with weak men. Nobody should. They are the fucking backbone of every civilization you're just destroying. It destroys. How do you destroy everything from within? Get the men to be the biggest pussies ever.
But luckily, fixing your dog's diet is as easy as pie thanks to today's sponsor, Sundays for 100% human grade air dry ingredient, zero synthetic.
He's trying to pimp out
with code Evil Food Supply by clicking the link below.
Yeah, dogs are meant to eat meat, not grains.
Back in the early 1800s in America, soy.
Oh yeah, they're carnivores. They're carnivores, and it's like I love how these people want to cry, bitch, moan about science, but you can't point out basic biology, which is scientific. It's I'm sorry, but anyone who supports this, and anyone who's just like seriously, if you know that this is going on and you're passively saying, well, it's good, the world's going down, anyways, yeah, the world's going down because of you lazy shit. You fat lazy bastard. Didn't
even exist. Sure, people.
I'm talking about these fucking bitch boy men who know that that's what's going on, but still decide to, instead of saying, do you know what, we need to fix this, they go out and say, oh well, the world's fucked anyway. Fuck you.
Yeah.
In Asia, we're eating it and drinking traditional soy milk, but it definitely wasn't the genetically engineered, pesticide-filled chemical concoction that it is today. But when a Yankee clipper ship brought the first soybeans into the U.S. in 1804, Americans became fascinated. They just saw it and thought, hey, that's new. That's interesting. Never seen a bean so high in protein before. Hey, let's feed it to our cattle. And so, farmers across America started feeding these mysterious new beans to their farm animals, and the results were amazing. Because the soybeans were so high in phytoestrogens, the cows got super fat super quick, which meant farmers were able to sell more meat than ever before. Miracle! This new mysterious bean from Asia was causing the American meat profits to explode. And then the age-old question arose. If we can feed soybeans to animals, can we feed them to humans? The cows like it, so couldn't hurt to try. And then the experiments began. George Washington Carver, famous for promoting peanut butter, did studies on soybeans showing how healthy and high in protein they are. And with this research, food companies all over America started adding soy to their recipes.
Sure, but plants are entangled with poisons. That's what sugars are. That's what soy is. I mean, a lot of the stuff. Yeah, I'm not crapping on the vegans, or anything like that. But that stuff. But plants have poison as a defense mechanism for them to survive. It's like if I'm going down, you're going down with me, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Kellogg's released a corn soya cereal, and A.E. Staley released soy flour. They put soy meal in sausages, sold boxes of soy grits, and baked soy bread. And so, a new category of food was born.
Blue Chew Gold is a staple in my house. Why? Because they really work. So Blue Chew Gold works because it actually brain apomorphine.
Hold on, we got a comment here. We got a comment in here. JG, touche. I don't have a monitor, but oh, touche. Right now I'm driving and I don't have a monitor. But I could hop on. You're great listening to you guys. Love seeing I'm you HNH. Welcome. Love listening to you. Oh, nice. Well, let's get this keep this keep the show going then. Oh God. Can I tell you this though? I mean, like I am beyond pissed off that men you got a lot of I'm beyond pissed off that they're forget it.
Canola oil.
Where guys? Where are the dudes sit? Yeah. Canola oil, I think. Is that good? I know that I'm on the fence about canola. I know olive oil is very good. It's really good for you. I mean, like, are you kidding? Are you kidding me? I'm more than half Greek. And we use it for everything. Oh, okay, here we go. Hello, Celeste.
Hello. I'm driving right now, and I don't have my monitor set up yet, so you'll just hear my voice, I guess. How are you?
Doing fine. Can you hear anything from our behalf?
Yeah, no, I'm loving your channel. I think it's great. Hello,
Hey.
Hey.
So what's your input on all this? We on how this broke like how a lot of this dysfunction is created by weak men, or like broken homes, I should say. And broken people create broken homes, and broken homes create broken kids, and broken kids create broken societies. So what's your input on that?
I think that's true.
Can you elaborate what on what can you what so what's your what do you have anything to add to this concept?
What creates a broken society?
Yeah. And like just broken yeah. What creates a broken society?
Dysfunctional families.
Yeah. Do you think that has to do with food, or is it a personality disorder, or what do you think?
Well, food definitely plays a part because it's a chemical. It affects your nervous system. It affects your brain. It affects your chemistry. Yeah, chemistry is the word I was looking for. And so of course it affects your mind, and it will affect your emotions.
Do you think that I mean, like I understand that we have dysfunctional we have dysfunction, but this is kind of where I get like that I'm kind of ticked at. I see this even in the truther community, and no one really talks about this. How I'm not a misandrist here, but back in the day, men used to be more like, hey, if you do this, there are going to be some consequences, and all of a sudden, it just seems like everything's all fucked up because I don't know, men don't seem to be rebelling. Guys don't seem to be saying, hey, what the fuck is going on here? They're saying, hey, oh well, it's capitalism. Oh well, it's this. Oh well, it's the government. Oh, it's like, well, why aren't you going up there and fucking doing something about it? Why men have the monopoly on force biologically. Why aren't we using that force to say? I mean, the founding fathers had the audacity to say, "Hey, fuck you, we're leaving. Cut these taxes off, or we're doing it." Why do you think? Do you and
Sorry,
it's okay. And what I'm saying is that I honestly think that our food, there might be something in our foods, or there's something in this. What do you think is causing this? All of this information, and yet there seems to be a lot of people not willing to say, hey, do you know what's going on here? Or at least willing to find and say, hey, this is bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a chemical imbalance in the mind, but I think it's a combination of things. I think it's kind of like you guys were talking earlier about we could call it gender roles, but a family unit. Just it's poor examples in the home, and it's because you imitate what you see and what is modeled for you. So if all you're familiar with are certain relationship dynamics, or if you're growing up in a society and a culture that reinforces what's right and what's wrong, what's good or what's bad, and especially if you're browbeaten with that, then or shamed in some way, that's going to be your conditioning. And when it comes to diet, I agree. In fact, I remember when I was a kid, one of the things my grandma told me was that they did a study where they were comparing white bread with whole wheat bread, and they were giving the white bread to these inmates in prison, and the guys they noticed that when they ate white bread that they were more emotionally charged and aggressive and reactive. However, when they were fed whole wheat and whole grain, they were calmer. So yes, absolutely, there is something to be said about that. And of course, in her time, they didn't use high fructose corn syrup or soy and those things. So she's just talking about the quality of the wheat.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now my mom, the world's greatest chicken fixer, thanks to Wesson Oil. Hit it, Mom! If you could see through yours like I am chicken, just as light as mine.
Soy meal and soy flour can only take you so far. Sure, it'll bulk up your recipes and give it an extra protein punch, but no one loves the texture of milled soy. Even you knew that.
Oh my God, soy mashed potatoes is so gross. It's very runny. It's tasteless. It tastes like
that sounds disgusting.
Yeah, I've never had that.
It's prison food. It's literal prison food.
And as a CEO of a major soy processing plant, you wanted to take soy to the limit and squeeze every last cent out of those bland, mealy beans. So you got a little crafty and did some experiments on the soybean. You wanted to dissect it into something new, something that would make you filthy rich. Oh, and maybe help society, but we'll see. And through your experiments, you discovered that soybeans make a flawless cooking oil.
This is what I really want to ask about. And this is going to get slightly red pill-ish. But why do you think that there is an attack on not just the nuclear family, but there's always been an attack on men, leading men to be broken? Why do they want to break men to create broken households and then broken societies? Why do they want to promote
divide, division, so they can control the masses? You can't control strong men, but you can control weak men.
What about you, Celeste? What are your thoughts?
100%. I exactly as Ancient Egg described.
Wow. So now, do you think that this is the key to our why, Yuka? Because what I'm really upset about is here in California. Yes, I called it that. We're being taxed way up, and I'm just beyond pissed that, and I might have said this earlier, I'm just beyond pissed off that guys are not saying, "What hey, what the fuck do you think you're doing?" And I'm wondering, does this play a factor, what we're eating? Does our food supply, is it the factor, or how significant do you think our food supply is making, men basically not check our government and basically have us be dependent on the government?
Yeah, that's a great point to create. It's Marxism. It's part of, and it's a strategy they used on Native Americans. Actually, they were getting rid of all the men in Mesoamerica to take over the culture. That's exactly what they did. They wiped out all the men first, or they got rid of the men. So they can't come to your house and shoot you down or kill you. But they are ripping, they're doing it psychologically and they're doing it chemically.
Oh,
Do we lose her?
oh, she was on a roll.
Oh, it was good.
Oh, Celeste is awesome.
Yes, 100%. Like, yes. They want to control the masses because they want what their culture, their belief, they don't want to work. They want to rule. They want the power.
Well, but this is what I don't understand. What people, and I don't know if they're mad with power. Yeah, it's like they want to rule, they want to have power. But let me tell you this: you want to rule over something. Ideally, you want to rule over something that is working. Like think of it. Think of like a business. Okay, and that you've got this lump sum of money, and you're either investing or you're buying this failed business, or maybe not failed business, or like, but you're buying this business that's kind of like on its promise, and it's and you bought it because there was promise, and because there was, because it was working in some way. Why do why do they want to get rid of something that is, why do they want to destroy something that's working and rule over something that's and implement stuff that it makes it dysfunctional? Because if you get something that's working and then you say, hey, I'm going to implement dysfunction, then it's not going to work. And then why be invested in something with the whole purpose of it not working? Then you're gonna lose money, then you're gonna lose, then it's just gonna get deteriorate, and then it's just essentially gonna get destroyed.
Yeah, that's a good question. Why are we headed in that direction?
I mean, I would love Celeste's input on this. Celeste, I mean, what do you think? If whether you say it on here or uh or not, I mean, like, I'd like to know your thoughts. I'd like to know the people's thoughts here too. I mean, yes, I love doing like this behind the scenes kind of stuff. Get into conspiracy theory level stuff. But at the same time, we gotta. We got. I want us to. We also have to see. Start looking at what is really going on here physically, not behind the scenes, but like in front of the scenes here, and what we're being fed. Figuratively, and literally here. So no pun intended is what I'm saying. But yeah, I don't know. I love what what you both are saying here. Let's continue on with this a little bit, and then we can call it a night. We don't need to watch the whole thing.
And sure, normally soybean oil was used to lubricate machinery. It was never eaten by humans, not even by animals, because it contained a deadly toxin called gossypol. But you couldn't resist. It was a perfect food product just sitting there, doing nothing. So you cleaned it, bleached it, deodorized it, and sold it under the name vegetable oil.
The question is, how can you make all those foods you love in a way you can feel better about? Chef Bert Wolf. Here's one good answer, Crisco oil. You see, when you're cooking with oil, you want to cut back on saturated fat. Compare Crisco to ordinary vegetable oils. Crisco has less saturated fat, 25% less. Crisco looks light, and there's no heavy oily taste.
The whole world fell for it. Later, soybean oil would annihilate the health of Americans and literally be the leading cause of heart disease. More on that in the demonization of red meat video. But you're not creating mutant soy products for health. You just want to sell as much soy as you can. And down the line, you created more mutant soy products like soy lectin, a gummy.
I actually heard, now I could be, but now, oh, here we go. All right. Hey, Celeste. Welcome.
Hi. Thanks. I just got home.
Your insights are so genius. It's.
Oh, well, so are your guys's. So are both of you. Yeah. Oh, thank you. No.
Oh, you cut out. You cut out.
I think she's muted.
Hey, you're mute. Oh. Unmute your mic. Unmute your mic, please. Unmute your mic. You're pressing something.
There you are. There you are.
There you go.
Okay. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay. Yeah, no, sorry about that. My client, I guess he arrived and he said, hey, I don't know if there's a mistake, but I thought we had an appointment this evening at 6 o'clock. And I remember we were tentatively arranging for that, but for some reason I had him on tomorrow night. So I think he's going to come in because he can't come in tomorrow. So he's coming in on Friday at 6. So I felt so bad. I guess he thought it was tonight and I just wrote it down on the wrong day by accident. So my bad.
It's okay. All right. But
he was understanding. He was really cool about it. So thank God. But oh man, I just hate it when stuff like that happens.
Yeah. But what are your thoughts on this? What?
I might have missed it, so fill me in.
My memory is not the strongest.
It's okay. Sometimes mine's not either. I mean, especially being, over 50 and stuff starts happening. So yeah, I can relate to that.
Over 50. You nah, you look 28. 20.
Oh no, you're too
Yeah.
No, you know what? I was at Ross yesterday and yesterday was my birthday.
But you don't look, but you seriously look mid late 20s. You really do.
No, you're too kind. That's because I have a little makeup on, but I haven't been wearing makeup lately. I've been doing the Pamela Anderson thing, but
same here. I was doing that too.
Yeah, right on.
Awesome. Yeah, I did.
No,
2 weeks.
Yeah, right on. But yeah, I just felt like putting some on because yesterday, knock on wood, it was my birthday, and I was at Ross, and the cashier, I'm sorry, she was ringing up my stuff, and she goes, "Are you over the age of 55? If so, we have discounts on seniors for such and such day. And my face froze. I was like, really? Are you joking? Oh my God. Oh no. It's like, and then I had to think about it and I'm like, well, I'm not there yet, but I guess I will be in 4 years. Oh my God, that's crazy. But it was like, whoa, reality check.
Well, no, I'm not, I'm not joking. You don't look, that,
I
no,
appreciate
you look half that.
Thank you. Well, you're very kind, but it is a reality check. I gotta admit, like I didn't really like hearing it because I was kind of having an off day anyway, but it was like, well, yeah, and deep down I know that. Like I don't mind my age or where I'm at in life. That part doesn't bother me, but but no one wants to look at, it's like no one wants to be, I don't know, or no one wants to be thought of as in a certain way, but it's okay. Like, there could be worse things, right? I mean, at least I had the opportunity to live this long. I mean, a lot of people don't even get that chance, you know what I mean? Like their lives are cut short for whatever reason, and especially kids. Now that's heartbreaking.
Mhm.
That's horrible. So you got to be grateful for stuff, or you got to learn. One thing I got to learn is not sweat the small stuff. I mean, it's little things really in the scheme of the universe. And it goes by so fast. I mean, I can't believe how fast time has gone, just from the time, even in my 20s to what I am now. I mean, it all feels like it just went like that, like a blink of an eye,
Oh,
That's why
yeah.
I enjoy every moment, because man, it really does. Time it waits for no one. If you got to do something, do it now. Do it, because tomorrow either it may never come. If something happens, um or it'll fly by and you'll miss your opportunity. Yeah. Anyway, I didn't mean to change the trajectory of.
Oh, it's good.
It's good.
My head
No.
was spinning too because I was thinking, scientifically, time is going faster. The Earth is rotating slightly faster.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying time isn't linear. It really isn't.
That's yeah. Yeah. Well, you guys are still young. I mean, what do you think about does it feel fast to you? I mean, is it
Yeah.
just me? Like, is it just when you get old?
It's just going by really
I mean,
quick.
no, I think I think these days are going by really really quick, actually. Because no, I just wake up. I'm not kidding. I wake up around like 6 in the morning, and then I go out for my jog. I like, I have my breakfast before my jog. I jog and then I go out, and then after my jog, I work out, and then before I know it, it's already like 1, 2 o'clock, actually 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's like I just started my workout. Like, how is it going this quick?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that I'm just like fidgeting around or anything. I'm just in the middle catching breathers. And something that I plan on taking like 30, 40 minutes takes about like 2 hours. It's like you're kidding me. I'm just getting my day going and it's already 2:00. What are you talking about?
That's how it feels like in the evenings for me. Like I come home, it's already 6. I get off at 5, and then boom, it's like boom, boom, boom. It's so quick.
Yeah, and then you're just going over there to grab a snack or you get a bottle of water. Oh, it's 8:30. What the hell? It was just 6. I just went to get a glass of water.
Yeah.
It does feel like it's speeding up, like boom, like that, and it's like, oh, they say, oh, time flies when you're having fun. Well, time's flying, but I ain't having fun. Where's the fun part? I'm just living, and time is going by like that. I'm just doing a normal routine, and before what feels like 20 minutes, it's 3 hours. No, we are, I think, on a different type of timing right now.
So, Ancient Ache, I want to ask you something because I was curious about what you were saying about you had something interesting to say regarding the time. Could you elaborate on that? If not, no worries. But
yeah, talking about the Earth spinning a whole lot faster. Yeah, I know there's been moments where I think earthquakes have knocked the Earth all kilter and things, but somehow the Earth seems to be rotating a lot faster. I need to find that article, but I read an article about it. And then also, like in the spiritual esoteric community, is also talking about us jumping timelines. The Schumann resonance has been that we are in a grand solar maximum right now. I think yesterday we had a solar eclipse, and it was supposed to have been seen as far south as Alabama, although I checked here where I'm at in the south and I didn't see it. But Schumann resonances have just been going off, and I think that's I don't know. I think planets and stuff can affect time. Because if you look at how we measure in light years, so light's time, but like you said, time isn't linear. So if we're jumping timelines, we're not really going in a straight line. We're jumping to different. I felt like time is within our consciousness too, because if we're outside of our bodies, there is really no concept of time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
do you believe that we're entering a different dimension? You hear that people talking about going into 5D, and Christians talk about a new heaven. There will be a new heaven and a new earth. It says that somewhere in the Bible. I don't know if it's, I'm sorry, I don't remember if it's in Revelation or
Yeah, Revelations.
Are you familiar with that?
Yeah. So when they're in the Bible, it does talk about, and I can't remember where in Revelations, about time going faster. And we're seeing, in that, we would start seeing signs of the end times too, with, planetary things and birth pains, pestilences, money control, what else am I missing? Earthquakes. The Euphrates River is drying up. I mean, a lot of the stuff in biblically is occurring, and they are trying to build the third temple.
Yeah.
And they talk about tribulations. It is a short time frame. I think it's like 6 months. That I am a what do you call it? post trib, or like I believe that there's no rapture. I believe that people who are here for the end times will endure the end times.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Is there anything you want to add to that, or?
I'm not really. If there was, I don't remember. But no, that's very interesting insight. I'm
Yeah.
still reading the Bible. I'm not the most well versed person in regards to that, so I'm glad that was actually mentioned. I honestly think that that is accurate, and we could be also not only is time changing, but I've been realizing that in spring we're getting more fall weather. So I wonder if the poles are shifting too.
Yeah, I do believe that the poles are shifting, and when you look at the Earth shifting, you think, okay, we're about to go through a great reset. We're about to reset humanity. Higher consciousness, everything that we tried to destroy on this earth, we poisoned, our food. We've even hurt the animals, genetically modifying everything.
Oh, yeah.
We're all going to reset everything and make it pure again.
Yeah.
There's a lady that I know who told me about a dream she had, and I know she was always a new ager when I knew her, and she recently, or fairly recently, became a born again Christian. And she said she had this dream not long ago where she said she remembers being in a room, and she told me some other stuff. I don't remember what it was right now, but she said she remembers hearing this voice speak to her to look outside of her window. And when she did, she saw what looked like fire. And she said she actually thought we were going through a war. But then it told her to look a little closer, or she did, and she saw all these people going up. They were just, it was like they had fire or light around them, and they were just beaming up. And then later, she looked at the sky, and it looked like it was jellyfish up there, which is interesting. That's what she remembers seeing. But what really stuck to her is these people being beamed up and in midst of what looked like fire or all this flame on the planet.
Abduction?
Possibly.
I don't know. So with the disclosures that's coming out, I'm watching it really closely, and a lot of the consensus is that these extraterrestrials are interdimensional beings.
Are these interdimensional beings messing with the time, or twisting time?
I believe so. I believe that there are powers that be are ushering in. They're forcing the end times, like they're doing this on purpose.
Does it feel? Do the now with the now I'm going to bring something up, and do you think the ouchie, if you know, if you know what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
Do you think that was a force to speed up the end times? You can and the not the 47 but the 46 administration, that was they tried to enforce the end speed up the end times through him.
Mhm. Yeah, like there is some general population that still believe the ouchie. It does modify your RNA. That some people believed it was a mark, but I do not know. There's all kinds of theories, but the theories of a mark, it's in your forehead or in your wrist. So I mean, but that was what we heard going around during the pandemic. There's theories, but yeah, I think it was done on purpose.
Yeah. Was it to force the end times, or what would you say it was? And I want both of your perspectives on this. What do you think that why do you think that they were forcing the end times, and the end times to accomplish what? The end times to yeah. Because after every end there needs to be a new beginning. So what's the new beginning? At
Think
least their
about
version.
think back to the Georgia Guidestones. They only wanted a population of, what was it, 500 million? We have billions. Where we're close to 8 billion people
7
on the earth.
Like yeah, 7,
7
8.
billion.
7-8 billion, yeah.
Yeah. If you look close at the Georgia Guidestones, that's the agenda.
I was just gonna say one world order. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Or their version of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One new world order. I'm sorry. But yeah, one government ruling the whole world, and it would be a communist, Marxist run government. That's why they're trying to glorify and push communism on us, and like it's this wonderful thing. And you see these people with their communist flags, these Antifa fuckers, and yeah, exactly. It's all made.
All of it's being done on purpose. They want us to be docile so that we're easily controlled, so that they can continue doing what they need to do.
And the first thing to do that is to make sure that men cannot be men. Because if men are men, then men, like I said, men have the monopoly on force, and if there is no force, then it outgoes any form of defense.
Yep.
They're coming after it's like there's and this is what a lot of the feminists and these egalitarian people do not understand. The thing is that there is a war on men, but after the men, it's the women that they're going to attack. And then there's
they already are. Yeah.
Yeah. They're already attacking women in their biology whilst attacking the men.
Yeah. Have you seen social media? All I'm reading in the comments is all right now. It's male versus woman. Different ethnic groups, different. They've gotten us to be more divided now than ever. And then you have food and drugs and chemicals and all of that making us more docile, making us more divided. Yes.
And weaker and sicker. Yeah.
Yep.
It's they force that hedonism in us. Now, I like the message of the hippies, you like love and live and let live and all that stuff. But when you take that stuff a little bit to heart, in my opinion, that's what creates a uh dysfunction. And dysfunction, like I said, if you break, yeah, break that's a broken, if you create dysfunction, if you it breaks people, and broken people, yeah, like I said, broken people create broken families, broken families create broken children create broken civilizations. And so they
Mhm.
are trying to break us on purpose.
Mhm.
Because if the system breaks, but here's the thing. Yes, this is yes, it will be this is where I have to what I have to say about that. Yes, it will create dysfunction and break these people and break the civilization, and they are trying to depopulate. However, those people that are functional are going to rebel, and are going to rebel, and not only rebel, um they're gonna it's like, okay, well, what about the 500 million or whatever the number, what was the number again?
500 million.
All right, yeah, 500 so how are the 5 million,
500 million slaves.
but how are they
Mhm.
going to be slaves if they're the best of humanity, and you're basically cutting out a funk that funk and when I mean the best of humanity, I mean like they're the ones that are not broken. They're functional. Because wouldn't that be 500 million or 500,000 functional people? The functional people would be saying, giving them the finger and saying, no, I'm not going to tolerate this.
Mhm.
But if
So,
they have AI running everything, and
Mhm.
they program, because AI in and of itself is not bad. It's just the way, what makes it good or bad is the way it's programmed, because AI can be very helpful to us, but it could also be very destructive depending on who
Mhm.
is doing the program. But but yeah, if they program them to rule over us, to keep us in line, and to dictate our daily lives, and to lord over us in some way, or to watch us, and to, as a record keeper, then that's one way to do it, I guess.
Mhm. Project, I can't remember, it's recent, you've heard of Palantir?
Mm-mm. Oh, who's that?
Palantir is
Palantir.
actually a company that works very closely with the US government, and they're huge surveilling. They have huge AI surveillance. They're
Mm.
already using our biometrics on our phones to read our facial expressions. They are already using Wi-Fi to map out our entire house. Yeah, and they're collecting data on us right now.
Wow.
it's not Looking Glass, is it? I thought, no, Looking Glass
No,
is,
Project Looking
Mm,
Glasses. I don't know how
Stargate,
to.
Project
Yeah,
Stargate.
oh, Project
yeah.
Stargate.
Yeah.
And what I'm wondering is, why, with all this knowledge, why are there people not out in the streets saying, "Hey, we're not going to comply to this."
I want to. Like, I've even written blogs and no one's
They're too
listening. They
busy.
just Yeah,
They're too
exactly.
busy surviving. They're too busy working. Too busy trying to just keep a roof over their head, and to feed their families, and to watch and raise their children, and just to have normal functioning lives. And that's they they don't have, not everybody has the time to do that. Yes, they have their quote unquote paid protesters who are rebelling against the system,
Mhm.
but
Oh, yeah.
quote, unquote, but they're
George
paid
Soros.
by the same people.
George Soros.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Worst piece of shit to come out of Greece. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
and I'm Greek.
He's Jewish, so and I think he changed his name to Soros. I don't remember his original name, but supposedly he changed it, so that's not even his real name. And I'm not against Jews. I'm not anti-Jewish, and I even have a little bit of ancestry myself. So I'm not throwing shade at them or saying, oh, all Jews do this, but and in fact, Soros does not support his own people. I mean, he never did. I mean, he worked with the Nazis. In fact, he helped confiscate property from Jews in World War II. So, he's basically a Nazi, or at least he's a double agent Nazi. But he works for the Nazis. He doesn't support his own people, quote unquote. So, and he's an atheist. So, I mean, he doesn't practice the Torah or follow that. So, I mean, yeah. He's just Jew in name only, is what
A Gino.
A Gino. Yeah. Oh, Gino. That's good.
Yeah. That is great. Well, not only is that great, this show was great. That was a damn good show, everyone.
Yes, thank you so much for having me on. It's great seeing you back.
No,
You
like
too.
no, it's Celeste. We want to have you on more often. Yeah,
And
no.
I love having Ancient Ache on here. I mean, I think she is. I mean, the knowledge you have is gold. I love listening to you speak. You're an excellent speaker.
Yeah.
Thank you. And the more the
Very
merrier.
wise.
I love this. The more
soul.
yeah.
That was fantastic. And you know what else is fantastic? You hitting that like and subscribe button, and people do it right now.
Thank you so much. Have an excellent rest of your night.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Or day, wherever you are. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Whoops.